Welcome back to 2004. I wasn't really planning on making this video, but then I realized this thing is kind of awesome. I mean, by this thing, I mean the Alfa Romeo 155 Q4. It doesn't really look that impressive. It's all-wheel drive, which is cool. Like, come on, don't get me wrong, that's cool from an Alfa. It's all-wheel drive. It's 3,000 pounds, which is actually like not really that bad. It's kind of heavier than like a lot of the good Alphas, like the 33 and the TZ2. But it's only like 500 pounds lighter than an 8C, which has a V8. Means that's a lot better. But this thing has a turbocharged 4-cylinder, and it's a turbo. It's built in 1992, which means this thing would actually be older than the Evo, I think. Or close to around the same year. I think Galant is around that age. Just let me check. If not, I'm not going to be able to think. Mitsubishi. Actually, same year as the Galant VR4. And the earliest Evo we have is an Evo 6, which is 1999. And that there's usually like a 2 or 3 year between each. So actually, yeah, it's probably earlier than the Evo, I think. But that doesn't matter. This video is about the Alfa Romeo. Apparently, this thing has the powertrain from a Lancia Delta Integrale. It reaches 100 in second gear. It has 11 pounds of boost, which is actually not really that much. Is my audio on at the right level? I wonder. Actually, yeah. I keep it around 6. Why am I taking it on the highway? It's kind of a weird looking car, but most Alfa Romeos are. Especially like from the 90s and 80s. Brakes. They have them. It has brakes. It has kind of like an old turbo, but actually fairly good turbo response. It full boost by like 1300 RPM. Transient response, not that bad. Definitely not quick. This thing has less power than an SR20. And the SR20 is actually like around the same time. Nice turbo noises though. I need to just find some corners. Could take it to the gardens. It's not too quick, but the stock performance of this doesn't matter at all. It has that kind of like 90s, not super good all-wheel drive understeer, but I'm probably just going way too fast. At least it's manual. That's kind of important for me. It's like, well, as long as you slow down, it's not too bad. But slowing down in this thing, not really the easiest thing ever. It definitely doesn't really have super good brakes. So that needs improving. I don't really even want to race this thing stock. Oh yeah, it's like the worst brakes you can get. Heck yeah. But 60% front weight bias. It's kind of exactly what I expected. Definitely need some wheel spacers. That makes any car better. It actually almost looks like it has dual caliper, well, double piston up front. Almost. I kinda want not an HRE. Something that looks like a rally car. Huh. Do some main case. Do like 1552 maybe? They're heavy though. Also, I want to make it super lightweight. At least try to. 23 is like the max we can take out. Do an OZ F1? Nah. I'd rather not. Turbofans? It would be kind of very correct. Probably. Work CR Kais. Nah. Could do these though. But TC105s are kind of my favorite. Wheels are just... I just don't like picking out wheels. Because I just end up using the same 5 wheels on everything. Oh. And I mean that. I pretty much have the same wheels on everything. Screw it. Let's do RPF ones. I don't really want... Let's go 16. 16, like, it looks about right. This thing has some good body mods, I think. Alfa Romeo. What the hell? That thing is amazing. Oh, it's so ugly, but it looks so amazing. Oh, this one too, though. But, oh, I like it. I like it a lot. But that's like... race car. Yeah. But then there's ugly Forza wing. But that looks like really good. That's like a good looking wing. Those are kind of huge. Huh. That's like a good street wing. That's a spoiler. Yeah, it's more of a spoiler. Can't fit your head under it. I don't know what I like more. This is like a triple element wing, which is cool. This kind of is also, but pick that one. Oh. Oh, the diffuser though. Oh. Yeah, this thing's it's not full. Like full lock-in me spec, but I don't know what tires I want to put on it because I don't really know what I want to do with the car. But this thing is kind of slow though. It's like C-Class. But, like, I don't really want to do a diff yet. Brakes. Yes, it needs them. God, it looks good though. And then rally spec, drift spec. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to do a bunch of things with this. Let's not go all out. Take out 750 pounds. Plus like 23 pounds from the wheels. This thing's fairly light. I kind of want to check out what the stock motor can make. I know it has some really good engine swaps. But I wasn't like super hyped on the sound. Turbo gives us 100. 500 horsepower. 2.5 liter. It's not that bad. Definitely like pretty good for like 2,300 pound car, sorry. This thing could do some damage. Put on race tires. This thing would be quick. This thing would be really quick. Looks good too. Well, you can kind of put like a line where, like from, it looks kind of weird because the trunk is so much higher than the bonnet or hood. But it's angled, so it kind of looks like there's a line going all the way from like the front headlight all the way to the rear end of the car. So it does kind of look good. Yeah, like I like it. I like it a lot. But we're gonna return to the engine swaps because they're kind of awesome. And it would make this thing kind of a lot better. Now I really just want to see how this thing drives. This thing can easily go 200 miles an hour. Don't say it's aero locked. It's aero locked. Oh my god. It's all-wheel drive and stiffer front anti-roll bar just means understeer. Ooh. I kind of want to max out the aero. Oh, I really want to do it. Look at the top speed. Oh, I only lost like 10, which is actually not too bad. I know I'm just gonna get in this thing. It sounds a lot better at 8,000 RPM than it does 7. It's of course raining, which sucks. Oh my god, I'm just there.
You have arrived at your destination.
Me not knowing what brakes are. It hooks really well out of corners. I'm impressed. It even rotates under throttle in first gear. Oh. With the stock engine, no less. This is all-wheel drive. That's a stock power distribution, but... I forgot that corner is not really flat in most cars. This thing's kind of awesome. I kind of want to see what speed it finishes the quarter on. $141. That's very respectable. I want to. This is like not even tuned for this. Nah. I just want to do a race real quick to see what time it gets. The thing is, the loading times of drag races are longer than the drag races themselves. I'm next to an E46, two U46s, and like an E36. A 9.8! Oh, this thing's quick for 500 horsepower. No, 9.902. Not bad for the Alfa. Spun a little bit in first, but considering this is not on drag tires, at a full aero, this thing would like, with drag tires, with non-downforce tuned aero, I'm guessing this would run closer to 9.5 if it hooked, which is probably would at this power level. Not bad. This is not bad. And it's like a super simple build.
The challenge starts here. Unless you can think of a better one, of course.
This, no, not a bad car. I get why it was a successful race car. Yeah, like that's the reason why we have this kit. It's because that's the race car. Now let's get into the engines. Turbo Rally, which is, you kind of would expect to have that option. 2.9 V6 twin turbo. That's out of the Quadrifoglio, which is an awesome engine. And I would love to have... It's actually not lighter. It's a heavier engine, but the weight distribution is better. Okay, before we do this... abandoned setup. Yeah, it has a transverse engine. Oleo! Yeah, intake in the rear. Kind of like a standard setup, but yeah. It has transverse engine, which is probably why it changes the weight distribution when I go to a V6, which then probably is not transverse. Pushes the engine further backwards and therefore giving you a better weight distribution. Turbo Rally is lighter actually, but a 4.7 liter V8 with 455 horsepower. I don't know what engine this is. And a racing V6. What's that out of? Is that a new one? It might actually be. But the V8, what has a 4.7 liter V8? I know there's like a Jaguar Land Rover V8 that's a 4.7, like the one of the V8 later V8 Vantages. Of course, not the new ones, but that has a 4.7. But with 450 horsepower. I would have to test this thing out to... You can put a centrifugal supercharger on them. Of course, let's just go nuts. But I have a feeling the most powerful version of this car would be the Quadrifoglio engine. I would guess. Because oh, we should actually put a supercharger on it. I kind of want to do that. Yeah, let's do it. Because that thing makes like 900 or 900, 1,000, somewhere around there. Not oil. Boast 859 horsepower. And it's almost 3,400 pounds now. But I think we have slightly better weight distribution than we did before. We had 56. Actually, it's worse with this setup. The supercharger probably doesn't help. That's a Mercedes sound. But I don't see that this is a Mercedes engine. Yeah, I don't see how this is a Mercedes engine. It gained a lot of speed though. I just can't picture this engine. I have to search that up after. Because I can't picture this engine at all. What's a 4.7? It also revs to 8,500 RPM. I hate when I don't know stuff like this. Now I'm up against a wide body E46. It's now at like a low 9-second quarter mile. It's a 9.0 now. We gained almost a second going from 500 horsepower to 850. Of course, we're also spinning more. If I could actually throttle control. I don't really want to do that small of circuit. The Ambleside Sprint. Durban Reservoir. I do like this. This is a good circuit. It's kind of high speed and kind of want downforce. This has downforce, but just not like that much of it. This is also like perfectly not, and I should probably reduce the power until it's top of S1. But who cares about that? I'm gonna make a drift build out of this with the Quadrifoglio engine in like 5 minutes. 834s, cool. I'm gonna get them on the start. That's an E39. I want one. That hooks. Oh yeah, that's a heavy front end. It looks really good out of corners though. The handling is not super duper amazing. That's a Lotus Carlton. Or an Opel Omega. Let's go Opel out. I want it way later. This thing's fast. Oh, but wish it had better weight bands. Oh. I could probably stiffen the rear end a bit because but the power out of corners. Power out of corners is insane. Oh, come on, turn! Even with downforce, yeah. Oh, that bump just sent me into the wall. This with more weight on the rear end. Would be really good because the power out of corners I wouldn't expect this to be this great in all-wheel drive. It's kind of just turned into an all-wheel drive AMG. It is all the power. It's a fun car though. Sounds good. Taking the corners at 180 mile an hour. Oh. It's fun. But we're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna get rid of the understeer. Try to at least. The easiest way to do that is, of course, go back to the festival and change from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive. Not that. Garage, upgrades and tuning. We're gonna go here. We're gonna change the suspension setup. We actually didn't slam it either. We're going to the engine. We're gonna get to 2.9. We're actually gonna need to go there. Change that to rear-wheel drive. I really hope this is a rear-wheel drive because I didn't check. I just did by muscle memory. Please, please be a rear-wheel drive. It is. Thank you. Let's just do every single upgrade we can because this engine is a monster. 200 horsepower. It's really turbo laggy. Like, it's amazing. It's also now kind of lighter again. Yeah, but we spent 114 grand on it. It pains me to think how much money I've spent on this car now. It's not fun. I never thought I would spend this much money on an Alfa. Springs, something like that. I kind of want to try it with downforce to see how it does. But, and with this engine, it's the same in the Quadrifoglio. You have to commit. Yeah, it also drops. Yeah, you just need really long gears. But I'm in the low. Let's try that. You shift, especially upshift. The turbo loses a bit of boost. It takes a while and you just gain it back. But 91,000, kind of a bad entry. I kind of wanted to stretch it, but I didn't really. Oh, that's. You kind of have to expect to do.
You have arrived at your destination.
The reason this thing is kind of turbo laggy. 44 pounds of boost. That's rally car numbers. I love this engine. That is the Ferrari emotion, you know? This car is probably pretty fast. Brakes, they still only kind of work. I really want to test this thing out on Fortune Island, because I'm kind of surprised if this thing, well, it's kind of sketchy. It's kind of like I feel like this thing handles like the way most front-wheel drive based rear-wheel drive swap cars in this game handle. Like, they still have that kind of, they still feel like they are slightly front-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive. Kind of weird, but that's usually what happens with drivetrain swap in this game. It just, that's like a decent amount of steering angle. I love the way this thing sounds. And then you retire up in the RPM and it just we're also on race tires. I forgot about that. I hate drifting on race tires. That might be why it feels kind of weird. Come on, Alfa. Oh, should have done it earlier. Oh. I know there's a grippier tire that you can choose. That's the vintage race tire. Then you're kind of supposed to emulate the...
You have arrived at your destination.
But 378,000 with my driving going uphill, that's really, really good. Let's take your one time down. Oh yeah, that's the kind of too much front end weight. It just doesn't really want to come back the way it should. So they're perfect for that particular area. It feels good. It feels really good. It's just at some points where I don't know if it's because I'm running race tires or if it's because it's a drivetrain swap. But in like transitions, that might also be because the weight balance.
At your destination.
It kind of just it's kind of doesn't really rotate the way you want. Like it doesn't rotate as quickly as you want. So it's like it kind of slow rotation, and that it just goes over a certain point, and it just snaps to an angle that you can't recover from. It might be because the tires are just weird. Do I want to try the Michelins? They're slicks. They're freaking slicks. These are race tires. They're not supposed to be driftable. I have a feeling it's gonna handle like crap. Oh, that is a body kit preset, which is just the super aggressive one with the diffuser and the front end, and yeah. But let's go to the top because I don't really want to try and go uphill with this. I know it's going to be really quick. But the thing is with race tires in this game, I feel like this is my thought of how they work. They're super freaking grippy as long as they don't have over a certain amount of slip. The second they go over that certain percentage, they lose a lot of their grip. Ah, the ghosting just a millisecond too late. Like, that's the way I think of how they work, but like sports tires, I feel they have more grip when they have slip. So like for drifting, I love running sports, but usually I don't like race. But they can also work in your favor if you learn to like them. By like, if you're just banging the limiter and you're like going about to go off track, and you just back off your throttle a little bit so your tires catch grip and they go under that percentage, and it might actually save you. Whereas sports, you would have to just in general slow down for that corner. Yeah, these tires I actually got less points with, which makes sense to me, because I feel like the car really shoots speed on this, like whenever this is straight, but whenever in a corner it doesn't really. It's just spinning more. That's what I feel like the car does. If it's actually what the car does, I don't know. But I can tell you what I feel, and what I feel is that I don't like race tires. Not even the super sticky Michelins. There's funny. Second I go to less sticky tires, I spin out. I can feel the fronts have less grip. And I have a feeling I'm just in general gonna get less points. I'm going too wide. Yeah, I definitely got way less points.
You have arrived at your destination.
This is a weird car. Definitely a weird car. I think the way I'm gonna leave this is full aggressive, race swing. Actually, I like the swing better. With the diffuser, the carbon fiber diffuser. And I'm gonna go back to all-wheel drive. But I'm gonna keep this engine though. I really like this engine. Vintage race. Lightest wheels I can. I want to keep it 16s. 255. 255. Yeah, 255 sports, they're just not enough for 1,000 horsepower. It's just not there. Race. Do I want to do a cage? It kind of helps the weight distribution. So I think I'll actually do it. I never do cages. I just don't like the way they look. And they ruin interior view, but it makes it look more race car, I guess, but yeah, not my cup of tea. Do the full arrow 50-50 weight 50-50. Nah, let's do like 70. 68%. A lot less locking during deceleration. More locking can help with try and rotate it, but I feel like it just understeers more. But this though, I think this is gonna be a beast. A beast setup.
You have arrived at your destination.
I don't like the brakes. It needs longer gearing. Well, that's for sure. I like the Michelin style. They look cool. The power out of corners, it's even more insane than with the V8. This thing can easily just cruise at over 200 miles an hour. This thing's a quick boy. This thing is indeed a quick boy. I like it more as this type of car than I do a drift car. It doesn't have wide enough tires. And it doesn't have the weight balance I would like to have in a drift car. This thing still doesn't have brakes though. That's his main problem now. If you're really
You've arrived
aggressive
at your
with it and
destination.
throw some weight transfer in it, it can't even do a 4-wheel skid. You either have to be really good with trail braking, or just brake a long time before the corner. I wonder if someone has made the needle in a Forza, because that's like the main racing game I've been playing lately. Finally got a handbrake and a shifter, and I've just been loving Assetto. Assetto drifting is so much fun. And after I bought the shifter and handbrake, and suddenly put a lot more torque away from the center pole of my wheel stand, I just started to really flex. So I bought a cockpit. But I've now had the cockpit for close to a month.
You have arrived at your destination.
And I haven't set it up yet because I'm missing a chair. It's so much fun when you're waiting on a chair and there's really no other way I can use it. So it's just been waiting there, and I've just been using my Next Level Racing wheel stand. But hopefully one day I'll get it. But I love the long gearing though. It's actually kind of fun. This has been the Alfa Romeo 155 Q4 with like 5 different builds. Well, 4 probably. And this is probably the way it's gonna stay. Michelin slicks, full race aero, and it's gonna be just a beast. 1000 horsepower Alfa Romeo / Ferrari V6 twin turbo with lots of boost. It's actually kind of fun. But as a drift car, it just doesn't have the weight balance that I like. I like closer to 50-50. It just makes the transitioning and stuff way more predictable and easy. This thing doesn't have very easy transitioning during drifts. It's kind of just slowly, and then it's there, and then suddenly it just snaps 20 more degrees and you either lose all your speed or you spin out. But it's a fun car anyway. I recommend you get it. It's definitely worth getting. A lot of cool engines. I really need to check out what the 4.7 is and the racing V6. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to know if I upload. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.